me Batman strike. I demand for the immediate release of the political prisoners and those illegal detained. I condemn to the highest level the impunity and the rampant abuse of human rights. Dead or alive, our comrades, brothers and sisters, dead or alive, our comrades, brothers and sisters.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning to somebody over there. Yes. Share to other tagging people. Share to your pages, to your accounts. Share. Invite many people, tagging many people, and share to other Facebook pages and other accounts and your accounts as well. Yeah, I have some very pertinent issues you've seen in my highlights. Leru is in Puro Busungu. Yeah, Kate Makonyepe. Yes. So share. I'm sharing it. I have two very serious issues that I need to bring on board. Yeah, I see somebody called Musaiji Nicholas. Ogamba chimugana wange yebareko. Leru is in Puro Busungu. Musharing kaguni kano, musharing live stream kano. Sharing it to page munji nyo ibirara like all other stuffs. Sharing it. Yeah, in tagging people, share to other Facebook pages, another account, and your accounts. Tagging people said that we have a comprehensive and inclusive discussion tonight. But later in Puro Busungu, mfunanga njagala kuzima matama y'abantu y'omuntu n'emikonde ukimanyi mfunanga njagala kuzima matama y'omuntu n'emikonde like like I'm really very pissed today. Very pissed. Puro Busungu. Njagala kuzima matama y'omuntu n'emikonde. Yes. Njagala kuzima matama y'omuntu. Anyway, musharinge mutagging abalala. Waliwo ebintu bingi nnyo njagala kuyogera mu leero kumacha. Sigambya like leero si posting ebuni nja kuyogera weggulu nja kuyogera. Just njigira braff because njagala kuzima matama y'omuntu n'emikonde. Leero nze Puro Busungu nnyo gwe Jackson njagala kuzima matama y'omuntu n'emikonde leero. I'm very pissed. Very pissed. But I decided to come to this live stream so I can share with you my aspect or my point of view. Yeah. Let me start with issues of you saw what I brought on board, issues of northern Uganda. It's really very serious. Issues of northern Uganda is very serious and is running out of hand. Right now as I speak, you find the brother of General Museveni, Mr. Salim Saleh. We call him Akande. People call him Salim Saleh, but that is his nickname. His real name is called General Akande now Caleb. Nigga is based in Guluia. First of all, he ran from West Nile, of course. He was in West Nile. So when he came to Guluia, when he was running from West Nile, I think he was just chased because he was involved in land raids, land wrangles, issues of land wrangles. Now you see even in Buganda, things are really very serious. You see in Buganda, even this Milo land thing, Museveni has infringed the team who are involved in it. People are having diversified views. He has bribed some sections fighting against the other, who is fighting against who. Issues of land is a very serious issue. You see, things are complicated. They've made it complicated that very many Ugandans do not understand what is really happening. So Ugandans just feel okay in every kind of environment that they find themselves. But things are complicated and things are running out of hands. I don't know. When your grandchildren tomorrow sit and see into history 30 years down the road what really happened in our time, they'll see we were really very stupid. We were really very stupid. We, the current generation, are really very stupid and idiotic in one way or the other. Museveni calls us idiots. He has been calling us hooligans, idiots. Recently, he has been calling some people pigs, But let me tell you one thing. You guys, we need to wake up. We need to sober up and begin thinking outside the box. Things are really bad though. In West Nile, Salim Saleh was chased the other time from Arua. He was in Arua. You know the Barifa Forest saga? Barifa Forest is the other route as you go to Arua, Muni University in Arua. Guy was stealing land there. Forcefully was using people, local leaders, was using soldiers to cut down the entire forest. He even started constructing there. He was even constructing. He was even started building his own mansions in the forest. Until when people came, hungry citizens, you know the West Nile's, they don't give in a damn. They don't care whether it being you're shooting bullets at them. They come towards you. So what happened was that he was chased from there. Now the hooliganist is based in Gulu. Yeah, he's based in Gulu. You know, yesterday is Empuro Busungu Kuguni Kumu. Eh? You saw Chameleon. Chameleon came with very many musicians from Kampala. He came with very many musicians, and they were in a meeting with the Salim Saleh in the barracks. They stated that you should not meet more than 20 people. Yeah, that is according to the SOS. I don't know whether COVID-19 is only affecting the common man, Omuntu Wansi, and is living out Abanduka Gaba Salim Saleh Gabani. A Joe, like a wicked Joe. Aba Chameleon, aba Palaso, abani, abayimbi banji nyo. Ochimanya aba Beggars Association. Ba vude mu Kampala baje mu Gulu wano kubera mu meeting ne Salim Saleh. Akati ofuna Salim Saleh alikuwa now izi nikubuza mutwe yange. Soko buze mutwe yo. Salim Saleh ugamba njaba wa 6 billion, njaba wa 3 billion. Guy oyo takola. Like ankubuze. Akola wa afuna sente ebyo adisa awabantu from where does he get those money? Afuna sente ebyo from what? Billions of shillings. Where does he get all those money? Are these not taxpayers' money? Where does this idiot get those money? Those money that he gives to a Chameleon, they are not accounted for, by the way. Operation Wealth Creation messed us up seriously. They stole a lot of money from the treasury, in the names of trying to repatriate northern Uganda, who trying after us being in war for over 20 years of killing ourselves and dying like pigs. Now this idiot here comes and he's saying now he wants to begin giving money again to musicians. Simanye the It Make Association, Simanye the Uma, the Abachindi, Bigai, Chameleon, the It Make Association. Just any stupid thing that comes around, they embrace and inflict themselves. 6 billion. They want to give to these guys here. And all those stuff. They're in a meeting in Gulu. Chameleon came and made a party, a full party. People dance. Abanobazine kuma paka kumacha, paka subui. Abanobazine banywe mwenge. Muguru wano. Babari but tumbize sound. Ochegera. Babari tumbiza sound. Hoteli minguru wano. Babari kuzina. Bayimbye. Banywe mwenge. Bakoze bichibi bieba yagala kola. Kari bari muguru wano. Bari kukora party muguru wano. Akati fenga abachuli tetumanyi party. Tetuni abayimi mu northern Uganda wano basobola kola ebintu bibyo baganye buni fete we should not do that but the Chameleons bali kukola ebintu bibyo ochegera ichize impuro buzungu nyo they're dividing the people. They think there are some people who are more special than the other people. Leka ngubu amazima kakati musazi no Chameleon ne Palaso ne abalala banji nyo bajja mu Gulu wano bakola party after party bazina banywa mwenge bakola bichibi beyayo bali ku flouting a COVID-19 guidelines. Akati now they have not been arrested. There's no any sanction that have been put against them. But for us who are in northern Uganda, there are many musicians in northern Uganda who are suffering. They did not even get the COVID-19 relief fund, by the way. The Nabanjas fund disappeared, and you know the other time I saw the minister was saying that Simanya 6,000 people were given double money. It was a mistake, an error. 6,000 people given double money was a mistake, an error from Gundi. Who will account for that money, and how will that money be accounted for? It was already gone. You get my point? So, inze mpuro busungu, mfuna ganyala kuzima matami y'omuntu n'emikonde. Mfuna ganyala kuzima matami y'abantu n'emikonde musazi no. In northern Uganda here, this guy has been here. He has been even stealing land, by the way. He bribing local leaders so that they don't talk on national concern. These people have been, don't see trailers moving from Gulu, from Amoro, from Noya, from Lamour, moving to Kampala. They are carrying logs, charcoals. They will ban the issues of charcoal from northern Uganda. These motherfuckers here have turned into trailers. They've bribed local district leaders. They bribe all those leaders. Baba sent Baba bribing and they sent. These guys here drive their cars. They pack charcoals full those containers. Welcome back to Kampala. Where do those charcoal? Who is in charge of that? NFA is quiet about this. Now when Omudo Wansi begins involving themselves in that business, they are Yesterday I was at NFA there in Gulu. Narabi whatever amanda bingi nyo baji confiscating mu NFA. Bundu business yo mundu ya wando yo mundu wa wansi. Kato funa like mundu ga Salim Saleh ali kukola business yo, mundu ga oli MP wa NRM ali kukola business yo, mundu ga MP oli general ali kukola bindu bibi kati tebali bakwata. Kato etuze kunsonga za mundu za wansi bakukwata. Bako oli ku flouting COVID-19 guidelines. Oh, you are causing climate change. Oh, you are logging. Well, now, if Museveni himself even gave away the forest, this Bugoma forest to these sugarcane planting companies and all that, do you think he cares about climate change? You see, idiots have been ruling over us for a very long time. Now, for us, who are citizens who are growing up in this kind, we have even gotten ourselves into that idiocy, and we are now idiotic in nature. We don't care about what is happening in our country. We don't care about what is happening in our surrounding. Things are being messed up. That I'm telling you one thing. Museveni has killed everything. He has killed the economy. He sold Uganda Commercial Bank when he came at only $1 to his brother Salim Saleh. Uganda Commercial Bank, which was the engine and the heart of the economy, he sold it to his brother. Now, politics, the legislative arm of government, he has tried his best. He has killed it by you see what we brought. NRM MPs are there, they are passing. Chankwazi, they go and meet, the caucus meet and come and pass. Because they're the majority in parliament. He has the Ulanyas there who are puppets. He has the Anitas there who are puppets. He has killed everything. Now he has gone to do Milo land. You see, name Uganda, very serious, waking up, very sober kunsongeno. Abama iga bari kuzanya bari kusaga. Abani bari kusaga. Museveni has bred a section of the executives in the Milo land system, and now people are divided. You see, people are fighting this. You see, this is happening in Buganda. Buganda Kampala fe abagaba fetudu kulwana neguni zino kata fetudu lwana abantu basiri say like tebali kutegera bunu jigwe songa zino ziri wechiti anoluza, but mu Buganda guy we alikubali wana dekambabura mazima munira kuzuku muzuku say you wake up from sleep. Otherwise, I'm telling one thing, Museveni has killed everything. And actually, what Uganda should have survived on after Museveni is gone. Because this guy is going. He's going. He's not going to stay here forever. He's not going to be president for a lifetime. He's not immortal. He's mortal, so he will die one time at a point. So, now, I'm telling you, in a scenario whereby Museveni is no more, Uganda will have nothing to survive on as a country. We will have no country. You will wake up and find there's no country, by the way. Economy killed. You see, the Salim Saleh is carrying money in sacks. What job does Salim Saleh do? What is his wage rate to get those billions of shillings? What is the work of Salim Saleh? Musoke mumbure mase. Salim Saleh akola chi kufuna sende zona afuna. Billions alina bichi afuna sende zowa. Salim Saleh musoke mumbure. Salim Saleh afuna sende yowa. Afuna sende yowa. Oja kunsonga zinoza. You saw the other time when Uganda team was going for the Olympics, you find the officials are more than the participants, by the way. Officials bali banji basinga nyo ogundi aba participant, like the real athletes or the people who have gone for that Olympic in Tokyo. Ojukra kugundi gino. Now, the moment that each and every, like, you know what what is happening. The reason why the officials are more than the participants. The officials, they are giving these guys here $2,000 each per day. That exclude that is allowance per diem. We call it per diem. That exclude accommodation, that exclude feeding, that exclude even the transport and all that stuff. In Tokyo, about officials, about sports official, but Banji nyo more than almost doubling the numbers of the athletes or the people who are really participating in the sport. So the officials are more. The government officials who have gone to escort those people. Why? Because they are paying them. That is money making deal. They are paying them. Each and everybody who went to for that Olympic thing is getting $2,000 per day. That one excludes accommodation. That one excludes feeding. That one excludes even transport from within. That is what that is what is happening. These ones are not disclosed to you, the citizens, because you don't need to know it. Because they don't want to know it. So these motherfuckers here have turned the powerhouse into a den of thieves. They're stealing, they're looting, and whatever. They want to eat even amongst the dead. They're eating from the dead. They're eating from the living. They're eating from the sick. They're eating. Now, you see yesterday Nabanya is calling people. I told you, in the previous lockdown, People donated pickups. What? They failed even Atwine and their roots, the changes. They failed to account even for the pickups which were given to them. Because they gave it to the NRM mobilizers account, right, to go and do the mobilization. Now, you find in a scenario like this, even their roots, the roots are changes and their twins, they've even bought more pickups for surveillance. Surveillance. We have RDCs who are given government cars. They have government cars. The PDRDCs with government cars. Even the district officials with government cars. All the regional referral officials, government cars. And also, now, you're telling me that you're buying more pickups for surveillance. Yeah? For surveillance. More pickups for surveillance. Now, let me give you, in this scenario, you're buying more pickups for surveillance. More pickups. I don't know who will get those pickups. Even the pickups which were given to them initially, they've not accounted for them. They gave them out of excitement because of campaigning pressure from Chagulanyi Robert Sentamu. You know, Chagulanyi giving them pressure like nothing and having sleepless nights. They gave all those things, promises, even and that. They received. That was not their cause. So now, in a scenario like this, where these motherfuckers are giving, are wasting taxpayers' money in these aspects. And we citizens are quiet because we are not informed about it. Our members of parliament, most of them are agreeing about this. They are not even talking about it. You see, like Ankubra Mazima Kunsonge ino nga fetu see this olunaku lumutu jako kaba. Ga Museveni taliwo mulumu taliwo ga goli mukulu olina gray hair. You will cry. You will look down how stupid we were and we will not cry. Fabiana is inclusive. Is a nimu Uganda uchegera. Is a nimundu wawazi like chegera. Is like nimu vuvuka. Feeding pain is on now other people are going through. So I'm also in the same shit. So the issues we need to wake up, sober up, get also information. We need to be informed. You see, it's important that we begin thinking outside the box on what is supposed to be done for our country. I'm telling COVID-19 has really helped Museveni. COVID-19 pandemic has really helped this old man. COVID has really helped Museveni. If it was not because of COVID, will not be giving a damn to this kind of shit. Will not be giving a damn to this kind of shit. Things are happening wrong in the country. People who are supposed to talk out seems to be not informed. Others are talking. Others, Museveni is using money to bribe some. Now people in Uganda, when you're fighting for Ugandans, golikulwana for Ugandans, olina kulwana ne mukono emu. Omukono oli kirala, olina kusigala mabega kulwana abantu bali kulwana gwe. People who have olina kukola ne mukono emu kulwana for Uganda, for our country motherland, omukono olonchilala olina kukola mu kulwana abantu bali kulwana gwe. Ochegera oli kulwana, you are fighting for Ugandans. There are some Ugandans who are stupidly being paid to fight you. Just like you saw the scenario whereby when Chagulanyi came and was campaigning, you know, we should remove the dictator, we should do this, and also we were running countrywide. We even lost comrades. Comrades died. We lost comrades like Frank, comrades like Rita, comrades like Uma, comrades like we abantu banyoba fude. Ochegera. Temufayo. Now you find it just like the Kato Ashbaga, Simanya Olaxi, Simanya full figure. Now they're all crying. They're all crying all over. Like pigs. Now, you are crying right now. For us, we told you earlier that Museveni is a bad guy. You should not work with him. He's untrustworthy. He's not trustworthy. You know, he cannot be trusted. He's a deal cutter. He's not you people never listen to us. Now, today, after you're facing challenges, you are losing your tooth from Kampala. Bazimi matame ulchigai nemikonde amanyo bavudewo akare gali kuka musazino. Musa nyunya. Si papa abade baliku roasting amaneke mu prison pulijo. Chichecho. Ababona babade baliku ga privilege bafunye ku Museveni's government. People like Abdul Katata. Boda 2010. You know, these guys had a lot of powers. They had a lot of powers. Musazi no funa kato azbaga kaba amanye yebivudewo bajizimi matamye ni mikonde simanye oba mikonde meka amanye bavudewo evudewo oli chikazi bamita full figure aline bizibu kuntwe ali kukaba oli musebo buchaman ali kukaba mulumu musazi no yavudewo bamu bribing kuva munupu kugenda mu NRM musazi ali kukaba. That shows you there is really a big problem. Museveni doesn't have the capacity to solve problems of Ugandans. He has only capacities to treat the symptoms by bribing sections to fight over the other. Just like what is happening in Buganda Kingdom right now, whereby the issues of the Milo land issue, has become a very big issue because he has bribed a section of the executives of the leaders, and a section of leaders are pro-Museveni, section of leaders and executives are not pro-Museveni. Now, he has shifted the fight from fighting Museveni to fighting among those people. Now they're clashing, they're disagreeing among themselves, they're fighting this, in Bukama Kingdom. And these people are quiet. He has bribed a section of them. Now, yesterday I saw these motherfuckers coming up with something to Simanya. They are putting tracking device kumotoka yona mu Uganda wano. Russian company baba wade guni kaka contract eko. Russian company baba wade ka contract eko. Buniti balina fixing a tracking device mu motoka yona ne mpichi yona mu Uganda. Bajakutanga ne motoka kati bajakuja paka wanzi mu pichi. Even if at a certain west point the bajakuja even mugali. Bayaga take a tracking device. Government ya mwade contract yo Russian company. Bunu ba take mo tracking device ku motoka yona mu Uganda wano. Do you know the implication of that? Do you know the implication of that? Because now this is what is called what they call the contract. Now this is very technical, but I'll bring it in the simplest form. It's called the build, operate, and transfer mode. BOT mode. The build, kuzimba, operate, cooperating kukola, then ku transfer kuwa muntu oli. Now, you see in this scenario here, there are two questions that is nino kubuza yo. Ani ajako keepinga ebyo bi datas. Who will keep those datas? Will it not be let me say like exempted to the hands of people like data analytics, you know, like to, you know, okay, issues of third party might be involved. Musazi no Museveni yagala kuputeka mo tracking device kumotoka yona muri elimu Uganda. Like angubora mazima chiguni zino jaku individual fights. Bajako tegera, bajako trackinga, bundi oyo muntu. Amindinga, like, nga strike machinery ne motoka ye. Avuga mu Kampala kulaba chakula nyoba, avuga mu Kampala kulaba ulewis in secret. Private deals or private issues. Very classified issues of national concern. Strike machine avuga mu Kampala, but tade mu tracking device motoka ya strike machine. Just nikuwa example. Strike machine bam tade motoka mu tracking device mu motoka ya strike machine. Strike machine avuga mu Kampala kulaba Bobby on classified issues or Lewis Secretary General mu classified issues or whoever on classified issues. These people will be tracking. How long? How frequent does strike machine meet this gentleman here? How frequent does this person here meet who? How frequent does this person here meet who? Ochegera. Now, when they track that, it's very, you see, people like, let me tell you, even people like Katumba, who were shot dead by assassins, whom at a certain point Museveni called thugs. Later he changed to, called idiots. Then later Museveni changed to calling them pigs. Even the Kawesis. People do not come and shoot you from nowhere. They will have trailed you for a very long time. That's what I know according to security. They will have trailed you for a very long time. They will know that this person here goes this time. Oyo muntu agenda sawa nyo, sawa kusazi no sawa every day or nakuru yona this place. Oyo muntu agenda musaye. Ochege. When they have noticed that, they can come to personal information and track you. And they can do anything to you, by the way. Because your data is at a high risk of sharing with third party. So even if you're tracking, or you go tracking akulwachi. Is any movie? Is any citizen wa Uganda? Ochegea. Is any citizen mu Uganda? Nina national ID. Ochegea. Ekari ulwachi ni go tracking. Yes, any movie. Mu ababi. Bali mu government. It's not a, no. Like me, if I buy a personal car, what should I use? Why would I use even my car to trail on somebody to kill somebody? That is nonsense. This is just politics around. And you know what is happening? Uganda, the cost of doing that, of running that tracking system, Ejakowera, will be cost shared with the Russian government and Ugandan government. The Russian that Russian contracted company, Russian government and Ugandan government. So the cost Ejakowera shared between Russia and Uganda. Now, third party can easily be involved. Somebody can buy data, your data, by the way. You get extract for me data of Chagulanyi Robert sent from the system. Where does he go every day? How frequent does he go here? Who does he meet here? You get it. That becomes a security related issue. And now when they begin tracking you, it's very bad. Somebody evil acted in security can easily come and hunt for you and get you somewhere where you do. Where does he go to eat? He goes to this hotel every day. What does he do? He comes to eat. They can poison you from there. He goes to this hotel every day to meet you. They can kidnap the other person from there. You see, this is all messed up. Everything is just fucked up in Uganda. You get it? Because Ugandans have given this man, these guys have become very big-headed to the extent that they think they own us. No motherfucker owns me. You get it? Nobody owns me. So the issue is you Ugandans, you are quiet, you are very comfortable with that is happening in your own community, in your own country. You even seeming to be very powerless. You don't care. You're just in your own world and everything is happening, just you're very okay with it. Eh? Museveni has locked us down for now coming 1 week to down road will be 42 days. This mother, I did not say that giving the cars to NRM, to MPs or to the members of parliament was bad, the 200 million. But Museveni even in his speech said that we can. If Ugandans, if 4.2 million Ugandans, that if 4.2 million Ugandans are vaccinated with the COVID vaccine, around 4.2 million, 4 million Ugandans are vaccinated with the COVID vaccine, Uganda will be unlocked completely. Everything will return to normal. But now you find in this situation whereby 100 billion shillings was given for MPs to buy their cars. That 100 billion shillings could buy no, not 100 billion. Yeah, could buy around 7 million vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines. 7 million vaccine, 7 million. Simanye 7 million bagamantia mu Uganda. Vaccine million a bero me vaccine no kiwiru. Inero. Balo volo ni guti mana ta guti arweni bi jamata mangu bijane kubichai gutu gumi jana yet MPs kubijai no marka omegi gumi chene ko yer nga di marka omegi gumi kongo jem duntie America mano. Now what is the priority of Museveni? The other one were making noise on media everywhere. At this time whereby Uganda is battling with COVID-19 pandemic, Museveni gives classified classified expenditures on expenses 7 trillion. For buying tear gas, buying more weapons, buying more sophisticated weapons to terrorize his opponents, buying more sophisticated to tracking, buying more spy system, paying more spies in the church to spy on church leaders, bribing more spies in Buganda kingdom to spy on the kingdom and the king, bribing more everything is just fucked up and messed up. Because we Ugandans are very quiet, are very comfortable with what is happening in our country. Yet things are really, if now you find the Katoash bags are crying with their tooth missing, amanya muajiri crooked, bazimie matame ni mikoni chigai talina amanya ibirara. Oli chikazi full figure likukaba, oli mulala likukaba, buli mwa likukaba. You think things are okay? Now yesterday I saw some gentleman in Gulu, some musician in Gulu called him Bosmic making noise all over. That Simanya, Northern Uganda musicians should also be, right, that is Northern Uganda musicians should also benefit from this money if the money was given to Salih, is being given by Salim Saleh for musicians and all this, Northern Uganda should also benefit. Now, that is the right cause for him. I understand that. But it's a wrong element. He left National Unity Platform and ran to Museveni's camp for money. Museveni gave him 300 million, gave him a car. I don't know why the zeal wasting even ran in media, running around. He wants money. These are people who are not satisfied. You see, let me tell you, this money that is given to you freely costs a lot. They say free things or cheap things cost a lot in the long run. So these issues we need to be concerned. We need to wake up. We need to really be sober up. There are informations that we need to get from our members of parliament, our leaders, but the leaders are quiet and seems to not care. There is something beyond just buying somebody a car. There is something beyond just doing something. But there is something that cannot even be bought with money. That is loyalty to our country. Being the real patriotic, not being loyal to Museveni. You know, sometimes I see people misunderstand the meaning of patriotism. Patriotism doesn't mean being loyal to the president, or being loyal to the first family, or being loyal to the military, or being loyal. Patriotism is being loyal to the country. So even if we might even be more patriotic than even the people in NRM. You get it? There are people who are still missing up to now. Our comrades who are in prison up to now. Our comrades are in prison up to now and are suffering. And nobody has yet even come out really open it. You see, let me tell you one thing. I'm saying not nobody from NUP, but nobody from government has come out to explain why these people are missing and these people are still being held behind bars up to today. Because Museveni wants them to be there. Because they think these people are the trouble causers. And also, our colleagues are behind bars and they've been rotting there for months, coming to years. And we are waiting for them. And nothing is really being done. You see, this COVID-19 pandemic has really helped this old man from Rachitura. The COVID-19 pandemic has really helped this old man from Rachitura. Oh. But I'm still telling you, things are not going to be the same. Oh. Fetuja kuzima matami abantu nemikone ga COVID evudewo tetuyagala ebintu ekisumanya tetuja bitegeera tujja kuzima matami abantu nemikone ibintu byekisiri ebyo bakusirikala bilanozo. What is happening? We are not going to keep quiet. Giving a damn to these idiots is seeming to be that these guys are taking us for granted. Bufe tetumanyi chichife tuyagala gaba na Uganda, tetumanyi chichife tuyagala, tetumanyi chichife tuyagala kukola and all those stuff. We are just there. They've locked down Chikubo, they've locked down everything. We are here suffering. You're giving us 100 shillings, which cannot even clear rent. You know, you're giving 100 to Mundu Wansi. You people are having your trucks operating. Cargo. Industries are all industries. When Museveni came in 1986 as president, assumed powers and walked over dead bodies. Very many people died, by the way, when Museveni was going to power. Even some people were poisoned, some people were killed in where you know what happened. He stated, hey, those are bottom men, And that is what he told the Baganas in Kampala, in Luero. Musemanya or bottom men killed there. And all those were divide and rule tactics. You know? So now, when Museveni assumed powers in 86, he privatized all state parastatals, state enterprises, all industries which were owned by the state. Those industries were put by colonials and other government which came earlier before him on board to help generate income or revenue to run the country on day-to-day basis. Simane Sheraton hotels were sold. You had Sam Kutesa was involved in those. You know, every stealing in Uganda here, if you don't hear the name of Sam Kutesa, you will hear somebody from the first family. You will hear it's always around the first family. You will hear Salim Saleh. The other time, the 8.1 billion. You heard Salim Saleh and Sylvia Wori were involved. Salim Saleh did not sign in that document. It was Sylvia Wori who signed in that document. You know, of the saga of 8.3 billion shillings. There's a lot of money, by the way. It's a lot of money. If these guys are squandering 8.3 billion shillings among themselves, and they're saying that they are patriotic, you ask yourself, is this madness? Are we really mad or what? Now you find speakers, you see the other day I had, you see, by the way, the reason that's why Museveni shut down parliament was because Olanya was sick with COVID. Now they flew Olanya out, so he shut down parliament to ensure that nobody talks about Olanya, nobody talks about the COVID, what in parliament. Busiman, they were sanitizing parliament. Now members of parliament, I saw the actually parliamentary group, caucus, have already started making noise in parliament. Busiman, where is our speaker? Speaker Ariwa. Government, Gamba was speaker. As Jude rejected his job. As Jude really abandoned this job so that we get another speaker. For Tusola Funo Mulala, Tusola Wakadaga, another rap. You Tariwo, or your guy Tariwo, say Tariwo, Barimu Sasula Musare. They're paying his salary every day, every month, every time. But nigga is not in office. We don't understand. Government is not clear on where about this gentleman is. They call him a gentleman, but me, I don't. He even paid some goons those days of campaign to come and destroy, vandalize properties in the new regional offices in Gulu. These people stole laptops, stole phones, they stole money, they beat the receptionists at the new regional office in Gulu. They were paid by Olanya Jacob to come and do those nonsense. You know, now due this as he's vanished. What is really happening in Uganda? We should be inquisitive, by the way. What is really happening? Chichie chirimu mu Uganda wano. Chichie chirimu mu Uganda wano. Tubuze mutweza afe. Chichie chirimu mu Uganda wano. Where is Jacob Olanya? Girl like Olichikazi Bamita Bete Kamia. Abade bulijo mu 2008. Abade abuza mutweye. Museveni is mutima ya Museveni eliwa. Eli mu Uganda oba eli mu Rwanda. Oba eliwa. Does Museveni love Ugandans? Does Museveni love Ugandans? Where is Museveni's at? Museveni is mutima eliwa. Museveni is mitwe eliwa. Elimu Uganda we eliwa wero. where he Rwanda, wherever he's interested in. Because situation at hand, people, now they've even, Nabanya started asking for money for donations. This stupidity must stop. When, you see, even Ministry of Health was given very minimal budget. You see, it's fourth in ranking in the previous budget allocation. Ministry of Health was fourth in ranking. They only added, is it 5 billion to Ministry of Health budget? It was not improved. Yet you find military and classified expenditure was given 7 trillion, fucking damn 7 trillion Ugandan shillings. Taxpayers' money. At this time where Uganda is not at war with any country or with any environment, we are not having any rebel groups in Uganda. Uganda government is injecting 7 trillion. Fucking damn sick. 7 trillion on classified expenditure to buy more weapons, more guns, more sophisticated weapons to terrorize their opponents. And of course the immediate opponents of Museveni is Chagulanyi Robert Sentamu and the Omuntu wa Wansi who support the ideology of Chagulanyi or NUP. Who are the immediate people? The immediate people are the Ugandans. So all those weapons are being shopped at this time where there's no even war. There's no Tetulina. We are not in a war zone. We are not having any rebel groups disturbing Ugandans. We are not. You get it? We are not having any rebel groups. Why are you giving the 7 trillion shillings to classified expenditure and military affairs and leaving out Ministry of Health, which is fighting COVID-19 pandemic? Eh? You are leaving out Ministry of Health, which is fighting COVID-19. They are also thugs. They are twiners. They Ruth Achengs. There's a Simanya. There's some hooligan also there. They are thugs. These guys are real thieves. These guys are Ministry of Health. They are real thieves. In just recently, you had Ugandan government up to now has failed to come out to tell Ugandans which hospitals or which clinical clinical outlets are capable of handling COVID-19 related issues. Baganyo kuja owe tebega rubula bichi like dwaliro echi esobola ku handlinga eguniza COVID-19 akati gogenda mu dwaliro onida omuntu wo ali ku suffering from COVID-19 bali kubuza bune where tuwe land title liwa tuwe land title ngoyagala bune fe treating pressure niyo tuwe gundi to land title, to 100 million, to whatever kind of ize njako zima matama yomuntu nemikonde leka ngura mazima nize mpuro busungu musazi nizo mpuro busungu leka mabona nize mpuro busungu njagala zima matama yomuntu nemikonde simanyi goba ufuna chi oli kufulinga ngabi chi tufune obusungu. Let's get pissed. Because bagay bano bali kusaganyo, they are taking us for granted. They don't care about us. They care about themselves and their families. That's what you even had Museveni in the previous year. Is it 2018, 2019? He talked about it. Doesn't care about you. So the issue is we are here suffering. These idiots are enjoying all the privileges available in the country. You find their Ruth Achengis, their Twines, they are buying more pickups to Busimanye for civilians. One, pickups were donated to them in the previous lockdown. These motherfuckers here used it for campaigns. They gave it to NRM mobilizers countrywide. These guys use it for their campaigns. Now, recently, they were again buying. Now, government also has RDCs in all districts across the country. These RDCs here are given all private, they are given government cars. All these RDCs are given government cars. Now, recently, members of parliament were given 200 million each for buying their cars. All these cars are given money by government. Why don't they task these various structures to use the cars which were given to them to do the surveillance? Why is it that Ministry of Health, the one coming, they are not even buying more ambulances? You find hospitals, you find there are districts like Omoro, where the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya, comes from, doesn't have a hospital. He has only a health center. He doesn't have I don't know whether even he has an ambulance. Health center, Omoro, where the Speaker of Parliament, Omoro district, where the Speaker of Parliament, all constituency where Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya, which guy, I do say, as you say, abazungu, kuluane COVID. Guy, constituency telina ambulance, telina hospital, telina idwale, telina health center yoka. Even the constituency of Amonganita, that deputy Speaker of Parliament, telina hospital, telina health center. Now, what was the purpose of creating districts in the country? What was the purpose of creating these districts? Over 149 districts with over 529 constituencies with members of Parliament. We are spending a lot on administrative issues and administrative issues and classified issues, paying MPs a lot of money. Now, where are this? Why are we spending a lot of money on this manner? Administrative. Museveni created a number of districts, created over one. When I was in primary, primary, Uganda had 52 districts. District 52 district. When I was in primary, Uganda had only 52 district. When I was in primary, now I finished university last year in 2019. Uganda has over 145 districts. By the time I will finish, I finish my PhD, Uganda will be having 200 districts. By the time I finish PhD, somebody finishes PhD, Uganda will be having over 200 districts. Now, you ask yourself, what is the madness behind this? We are creating a lot of administrative units, spending a lot of money on administration, which production over 80% of Ugandan is getting a little money. They created very many districts instead of giving these districts here hospitals, which were priorities, empowering UPEs. UPE nowadays is so alarming. The situation at UPE, I went to my former village, my former UPE primary school. Let me tell you one thing, situation there. Termites have taken over the classrooms. These desks are rotting. The school has become very bushy. Library, you find only 2 books, 3 books. In UPE primary schools. Even UACs is becoming alarming. Things are dilapidated. Murimu, as city say, things are just normal for Ugandans. I went the other time, you saw the humiliating photo in Terego. Terego district. Did you see the mortuary of Terego district? It's covered with the tents. Tents. Bafunye tents. Tents. Ochimanye tents. Batade mungu mortuary. They have put tents. Ochimanye. Tebazimbye nyumba. Bafunye tents. Ochimanye kema tents. Gunu kape abuke ronga charo ni mo erino mortuary. Ni no Orliel, mochare, but ade motens. Akati go munda apudene COVID-19. Moja kuteka mu mochare oli. Baja kuteka mundu. Terego district, geno la mochare Terego district, and the area MP is the minister of the state minister for lands. Obia, somebody called Obia, some hooligan from that side. He's a state minister for lands and housing in Museveni's government. But if you had to go to his constituency and see the situation of health institution there, the mochare is really alarming. It's as if in Arab, you're in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan. As if you're in Afghanistan. As if Terego is in Afghanistan. Nga Terego is Afghanistan. Geno lave that situation. Now, you find in a scenario where Museveni, when I was in primary, I still tell you, Museveni, there were only 52 districts. There were only 52 districts in Uganda. When I was in primary, Ngapade Bulijo Mbade mu primary. Uganda Bade now only 42 districts. 52 districts. For Zimbabwe, we were drawing the maps, we saw the thing. But now, only 15 years down the road, or is it 10 years down the road, Museveni has created over, around 15 years down the road, Museveni has created, we have now 145 districts. And most of these districts here, according to UBO's latest report, shows that over 39 districts do not have hospitals, government hospitals. What was the priority of building this district? And among those 39, you find the constituency or the districts of Jacob Olanya, the Speaker of Parliament, the purported Speaker of Parliament, who has disappeared, and we are looking for him. Where is Jacob Olanya? Jacob Olanya liwa. Only speakers are tuliku no onya speaker. Oh, we should put some money there for somebody who will find a speaker, will be given some money. Tuliku no onya speakers are fe gagaye obatali wo. Tufune speaker omulala. Guy yaziru say, taekana kukola wa ya garachi. Now, you find even the constituency of Among and It. This deputy speaker of parliament doesn't have a government hospital. He has only the constituency of Among and It doesn't have a government hospital. The constituency of Jacob Olanya, the speaker of parliament, doesn't have a government hospital. They only have health centers, and most of it do not have ambulances. Now, you find in a scenario whereby right now government is again giving 200 million to after giving 200 million to each and every member of parliament to buy their vehicles for exercising their duties, they again, after also giving RDCs in every district, and the PTRDCs, even RISUs and DISUs are given motorcycles and motorbikes to ensure that the civilians are in Gundi. Their chains and their twins, they're still buying more pickups to money for COVID civilians. You already understand very clearly the priority of these hooligans, of these thugs here. Theirs is to eat money. Bayagala Kuria. But Among the dead, they're eating. Among the living, they're eating. With the sick, they're eating. They want to eat everywhere, but they don't get satisfied. These thieves, they don't get satisfied. As you find Salim Saleh is busy grabbing people's lands everywhere he moves. Everywhere Salim Saleh goes, people cry. Everywhere across the country. In West Nile, this West Nile has cried until they carry stone. They chase him with stones. Serious stones. Amajinja. Boom, boom. But until when it rain. Now he has taken refuge in Gulu. In Achole land. He is busy bribing all local leaders, starting from chiefs, MPs, LC5s, mayors, and all. He has even bought, he has built his own park, bus park in Gulu. Guy has even, no, like this is madness. This guy, wherever he goes, is bribing. What job does Salim Saleh do to get all the money niggas using to bribe? Recently, the chameleons are here in Gulu. They are making parties, dancing, drinking, whatever. Chameleon, the Mayanya family, entire Mayanya family, and all other musicians from Kampala. There were very many. It's over 100. They're all here in Gulu. They're making, of course, they're drinking, making parties. Musicians from northern Uganda are not allowed even to get on a border to get wherever they want to go. You see this fucking issue? Musicians from northern Uganda are not allowed even to sit on a border or even to drive their own personal car to move around. But the chameleons and whoever who came from Kampala are getting money from Salim Saleh and are making parties, night parties. If you want the video, I can post for you the video on my page. They are making parties where you find over 100 people dancing, drinking. I saw the time chameleon even dancing, drinking, and even falling on a trench. I said, is this a chameleon whom we used to know? So this is happening in Gulu. Salim Saleh came to Gulu, is busy bribing all local leaders, starting from chiefs, MPs, local government leaders, whoever. He has even built his own bus park in Gulu. Musa Salim Saleh yazimbie bus park ye mu Gulu. Nikuyogera mazima. Nikubaga mazima. Sikuyogera like outside of a glue. I can show you the photo of a bus park if you want to see the bus park. He has built his own bus park in Gulu. Musa is in Nikubagamba. He is busy looting land everywhere. Everywhere Salim Saleh goes, you either hear cries on him, either on corruption or on land grabbing. Either on land grabbing or from Kampala, Museveni is busy bribing executives in the Milo, Buganda, in Buganda kingdom, such that they fight among themselves. This one are disagreeing with the other. This one, nobody good one. Everywhere, everything is messed up. We Ugandans are fighting among us. These guys are enjoying all the privileges. All the taxpayers' money is going to them. And we are fighting among ourselves. We are very okay with it. It's high time we put aside issues of party. Be it you are a National Unity Platform supporter, be it you are a leader, be it you are a FDC supporter or a leader, be it you are NT, the genuine opposition political party. I'm talking about the genuine opposition political parties. Ugandans, you need to wake up and sober up. By the time, you see, tomorrow, 30 years down the road, in the future, our children will look down the road and 30 years down the road and say, indeed, our forefathers were really stupid. Our forefathers were really very, very stupid. They will say like that. Our children, our grandchildren will look down to history, 30 years. Just you wait. When Museveni is no more, Uganda will have nothing to stand on and depend on as its revenue source. We will wake up and find, one day you will wake up and find no country. I am telling you this today in this live stream. You will wake up one day tomorrow and find there is no country. There will be no country. These guys are borrowing a lot of loans. And if you see, the recent I saw Ugandans making a lot of noise recently on the IMF money loan, the 1 billion loan. I told somebody, I even petitioned Parliament last time, saying that there are very many loans. It's not only IMF that give loans to government. There is World Bank. World Bank actually is giving more loans than even any other institution. World Bank is giving Museveni a lot of loans. I wrote the statistics somewhere. I do not remember. Even recently, they are giving Museveni a lot of loans. Now, you find there is also ICF is also giving a lot of loans. There is this Chinese Exim Bank. These are things that you are not told. Now Ugandans are making noise about IMF giving loan to Museveni. They've forgotten that there are also other financial institutions which are giving loans to Museveni, which many people who are not given that information, who do not do much research, are not aware about. These guys are getting a lot of money. They are borrowing a lot of loans. From every corner. They are borrowing. You see, let me tell you one thing. One day, the people from whom the loan is being borrowed, they will come and confiscate all your national asset because you have failed to clear the loans. And they own you. Do not be surprised. You see, I was still telling somebody that, you see, in the world, the entire world, you see, we Ugandans are blessed. If you have traveled outside Africa, you will get to know that only 3% of the global water is fresh water. Is consumable. You see, China, for them to drink water, the water goes through a very expensive because that water, they take oceanic water, that ocean water, they take it, the purification process is very, very expensive that we Uganda cannot manage. So everybody sees Uganda as a darling. Every loan giver wants to give more loan to Uganda so that, so the purification process that those salty water go through in China, in wherever country, Russia, wherever they drink, is very, very expensive. For us, Uganda, we have fresh water. You can go to a river, you can go to Lake Victoria and drink the water. You can go to wherever you drink the water. The purification process is very cheap. But in other countries, is very expensive. We cannot manage. Now, these motherfuckers here, because we owe them, they can come and take over our national water and see which corporation and begin the one being in charge, selling to us water. Even right now, yesterday we were making noise serious that since government has locked down the entire country, they stated that they've taken us into lockdown. We want Museveni to remove. Right now they're taxing water, by the way. There is 18% value added tax on water. 18% value added tax. They're taxing water. We say that let water be tax free since COVID-19 is fought using water. Yoza mukono saa yona amazi bunyi nyo fitu ya gara uchegera amazi kuyoza mukono. So water badilina kuijayo tax from water is tax free. So that muliomu asola ku affording kuyoza mukono ne water uko na amazi saa yona. Chichife tu abade tu gamba izimbade ngugamba kati tewali mundu yayogedemu musazi no ejo mbade nikutambula wale in the streets in town nalabe nyumba bingi nyo eyabantu bawandikide bank property aba bank ne financial institution bali kuba ebintu yabantu. These banks, Museveni, when he came in 1986, Uganda had a very, you see, let me tell you people, countries like Germany doesn't, what is economy? I'm going to summarize. I want to talk to you briefly on the economic aspect. Lockdown. First of all, there's a book called the Great Depression, the Great New Depression, the New Great Depression, the losers and the winners in the post-pandemic world. Now, they say this even great scholars from Harvard, from Cambridge, and have also accredited that lockdown doesn't help. Lockdown doesn't help solve COVID-19 pandemic right now, especially when COVID-19 pandemic is everywhere across the country. You get it? Lockdown doesn't help. Citizens should be convinced that we should join hands in fighting this COVID-19 pandemic. When Museveni came in 1986, we had cooperatives, very powerful cooperatives. Some cooperatives even funded Museveni while he was in the bush, gave him money to buy more guns. Some cooperatives those days funded him. We had local banks like the Greenland Bank, like what we had the marketing boards. We had established finance institution. You see, I'm bringing this because I'll bring you an aspect. We have established financial institution. Now you find this IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Bank came and deceived Museveni, who was again at that time. I don't want to say the worst words on him, but I think he lacked understanding on how an economy should function, and he was broke, of course. If you want us to give you money, you must make the economy a free market economy. You must privatize some government enterprises. You must do. Museveni killed all these financial institutions. All the cooperatives were killed. Museveni has killed everything totally. Everything right now survived because of Museveni. And if Museveni is not there, everything will collapse and everything will be destroyed. I'm telling you, I know. Everything right now survived on Museveni. He killed everything. You get it? Museveni killed everything, economy, legislative arm. He has even made army almost appear a personal thing to protect him in power. He has made. I'm telling you, you Ugandans, Museveni has killed everything. So now, when World Bank, financial institution like World Bank, IMF came to Uganda those days in '86 when Museveni was still a young innocent man calling himself a revolutionary and all this. They told him, if you want us to give you money, you must privatize. You must ensure that privatization is integrated in the community, whereby you privatize some of the government entities, you destroy some of the banks, you destroy the local banks, you what. That's why you see now UEB, Uganda Electricity Board was destroyed, or memo was given to. They brought in 3 entities: Uganda Electricity Generation Company, Uganda Electricity Distribution Company, Uganda Electricity what company, or meme also came on board. They are just very many. Everything is messed up. They created very many entities so that they can eat and steal as much as possible. Now, in this scenario whereby Uganda is operating, you see there are countries like Germany. Germany is running and is very successful on what we call cooperatives, and this is running its on local industries, local banks, local financial institutions like cooperatives, like local banks, like that is what local economy is running its economy locally. You see, Germany is very prosperous and is developed. Uganda, everything is privatized. We don't know even what Uganda is now on. In Uganda, we are running on a deficit budget. We are spending more than we are earning through tax. In a scenario whereby you find Uganda Revenue Authority is promising to get to raise 21 trillion shillings from tax revenue in this financial year, and you find government in Uganda is budgeting on 45 trillion shillings, means almost half of the money will be borrowed. Borrowed money, borrowing after borrowing, borrowing all over. Now, how will we clear those loans? With no clear plans of clearing those loans, by the way. With no clear, this case do not have any clear plans of clearing those loans. So, we need to fight these things, you Ugandans. You Ugandans, I'm kindly begging you, wake up. You wake up from sleep. You wake up from sleep. They are dividing us. We are fighting among ourselves. This guy here lost his tooth yesterday. We told him the other time that being with Museveni is a big risk. He never understood. Full figure is crying all over. Everybody's crying everywhere. Now, I'm telling you, let's wake up. Ugandans, wake up. You wake up from sleep. You are sleeping. By the time you wake up, you'll find there's no country. There's no country. There's no country. I'm telling the truth. You'll find there's no country. Where will you go? How will you start everything? You are there sleeping. You think you are powerless? Power belongs to the people. We are in charge of our country. If you are dissatisfied with something, demonstration is constitutional. We can go and demonstrate it. It's unfortunate that our police in Uganda and soldiers have become hooligans. People who are supposed to protect us have become real, you know. So you people, I'm really very pissed in Zempuro Busungu. Mfunanga nyara kuzima matawe ya muntu nemikonde. Musazi mfunanga nyara kuzima matawe ya muntu nemikonde. Chimanyi chizimi nikukola. Because you tell Ugandans what is right, Ugandans do not take your word seriously. Chakulani comes and talk, people do not take. Who comes and talk? People have talked. Why don't we act? Bye-bye.